Hello and welcome back to another episode of Mashup. We're your hosts. I'm Scott.
And I'm Ariel.
And on this week's jam-packed episode, we take a look into the controversial East-West Link Tunnel.
And also we look at some hot spots around Melbourne that will make a vacation to die for. But first, Scott, have you ever been in a fight?
A fight?
A fight.
Well, Ariel, I'm glad to say that I haven't been into a fight, but if I had, I would love to take some lessons from these guys. Check them out.
Today we take you to North Melbourne at 64 Sutton Street, where we meet Steve, the owner of his gym, North Melbourne Boxing and Fitness.
Well, we've been here for the past 7 years and we've expanded our business over the last 7 years to basically accommodate the growth in fitness in the industry. We offer a variety of different classes, fitness classes. We offer primarily our training is based on boxing and fitness. We offer technique classes, we offer fitness classes, so both aspects of boxing. We offer kids kickboxing classes for preschool children. We also have a weights room, so pretty much a good mixture of fitness classes and boxing and the like. And I think that, you know, our years of experience in that field has really enabled us to stand apart from a lot of just your mainstream gyms where they have personal training and I suppose, you know, more mainstream fitness-based regimes, whereas ours is pretty much geared towards the boxing. We have professional boxers here and right through to accommodating beginners and all levels in between.
Well, I started boxing when I was about 15. I'm now 23. But I had my first fight when I was about 15 or 16.
Jake is currently the Australian Super Middleweight Champion, which he won in his 5th professional fight.
Jake Carr, good body shot from Carr. Carr, watch this for defence. Side to side, attack, defence again. This kid is amazing.
He has now had 8 professional fights and is rated as one of the top 40 boxers around the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new Australian Super Middleweight Champion, Jake Carr.
Boxing definitely kept me focused. You know, it's a very disciplined sport, and being down here at North Melbourne Boxing Fitness, you know, Steve's very big on that. You know, you have to be dedicated to do what you want to do, and if you work hard, you'll get your results, and that's what a lot of the members down here aim to achieve. You know, they put in all the hard yards, and they put in a lot of work, and they work on their fitness, and that's what we're all about, seeing results, and that's, you know, really what life's about.
North Melbourne's a great community. At 64 Sutton Street, we've got a variety of different concepts going on in the building. The building's grown since I've been here. Jason Coleman's Ministry of Dance moved into the building over the past 6-7 years. We've now got a new restaurant that is owned by Gary Megan from MasterChef, who's also opening his restaurant very shortly. I think we've got a cooking school that's coming in. So the growth within Sutton Street, within the North Melbourne area, we've seen a lot of growth development within the building, which is bringing a lot of business to the street, and also bringing people from the outer suburbs into North Melbourne.
So if you're looking for a hobby or place to go and work out with your mates, head down to 64 Sutton Street and maybe try something new.
Ariel, I definitely wouldn't want to challenge any of those guys in a fight. They look tough. They look like they could be in a movie.
Really? In a movie? Well, what's your favourite movie?
Well, if I had to pick a fighting sort of film, probably Kill Bill Volume 1 or 2. Sort of tied right there.
I haven't actually seen any Kill Bill films.
You got to check them out. You're
I will, it's a must.
missing out.
Right, well, Scott, since we're on the topic of films, have you ever wondered how films are made?
Well, to tell you the truth, Ariel, I haven't really given it that much thought.
Well then, you're in for a treat because the next story is all about filmmaking.
Hi, my name's Jordan Whipple. I'm an independent filmmaker from rural Victoria, and yeah, I'm here to talk about films and what I've been doing and everything like that.
Jordan, where did your interest in film come from?
It actually started in magic. I was really big into magic and I wanted to be a magician for a long time. I used to do shows and stuff, and I kind of realised at one point that movies in a way are just a big magic trick, they're just a big illusion.
What challenges did you face with a limited budget?
Pretty much every challenge you can possibly face, I suppose, with a budget. If you have a budget, it's awesome, but usually everything I've made so far I've worked without a budget totally. So yeah, it can be hard, but I think the key to doing the independent filmmaking and not using as much money as with the big, budgeted films is, knowing your limitations. And I try and come up with ideas and stories that would be available to me, and I can use things around me to kind of compile them all together and try to make something that looks like it has a budget, but in fact I'm just using, what I've got around me and everything like that. So,
what kind of cameras do you use?
I pretty much choose the SLRs mainly for the benefits because they're the closest thing I can afford, or it's in my, I have close to me that I can borrow that I will get the cinematic look. Yep. On my first film, Rain Dog, I did use just a normal HD video camera, and it worked for that, but I wanted to do other things and explore kind of the shallow depth of field and the cinematic look that you can get, and DSLRs with the interchangeable lenses are just great for getting a cinematic feel, and it's the closest thing I think you can get to replicating film without actually buying a huge expensive $1,000 camera or renting one.
What made you enter your films into festivals?
The 2012 film, short film I made, Rain Dog. I at the time actually just wanted to see what the whole festival experience was like and submitting into a festival. So I just gave it a go online, and it was more of an experience to see just what you got to do. And I ended up getting into a festival, and I was like, wow, this is incredible. I didn't expect that at all. And so I thought I'd enter a few more, and it ended up getting into about 7 or 8 festivals across the world. There was 3 or 4 in America, and one in the Byron Bay International Film Festival was one of the biggest ones, and I flew up and attended the screening for that. And then also in Phoenix, Arizona was the International Phoenix Film Festival, which I flew over and attended as well. Mine I did with no budget at all, and all the actors and even the voiceover guy, they're not actors, they're all like footballers and teachers from my town.
Who are your favorite directors?
My favourite director of all time is probably Jim Jarmusch. His film's Dead Man. I love his stuff. It's highly influential of everything I do. I'm sure most people can see it. The other directors I love, Tarantino, obviously, Scorsese, Kubrick, all the Coen brothers, all the very typical ones. There's a bit weirder ones like Takashi Miike, who's the Japanese kind of art house, really weird director. I really love his stuff too. So yeah, it's all influential. And Robert Rodriguez, obviously, in the terms of the way he makes films and how the kind of low budget.
Where can we find you, Jordan?
Check out anything else I do or any of my work. I have YouTube channels, which I think will be up down the bottom here on the bottom of the screen. Is that right? And anything else you can find online, or type my name in on Google and you can see Rain Dog or my other short films that come up then.
Wow, that's really inspirational.
Can I say, and another Tarantino fan.
Hey.
I actually think I feel inspired. I might start making movies myself.
Really?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you about that after the break.
Welcome back to Mashup, the show that showcases Melbourne. Just before the break, Scott was telling us how he may start making films.
Ariel, I was kidding. It was just a joke.
A joke. Wow. Speaking of jokes, there's just some of the comments that have been made about our next story, the East-West Link project.
Now, for those of you who'd like to know a little bit more information, let's find out some more.
The East-West Link is a proposed 18 kilometers cross-city road and tunnel connecting the Western Ring Road and Eastern Freeway. Construction is to start late 2014 and finish 2019. The project is to have a cost of $15 billion. It attracted criticism for its effectiveness, priority over public transport, and the loss of parkland from Royal Park.
Well, look, all I could say is that the Royal Park residents have got a concern with it, the Moonee Valley residents have a concern with it, and there's all those open spaces which are going to be impacted upon. So they should be putting the money into public transport and looking after the needs of the residents down in that area.
It's a massive project, $8 billion project.
So in actual fact, there will be creating more traffic hazards in and around the residential area of Moonee Valley.
It's alleged the traffic will be improved, but Hoddle Street will be far worse.
Well, all I can say is that in the short term, I presume it would bring employment to this area, but it'll certainly open up further traffic issues.
125,000 vehicles a day along the Eastern Freeway. The vast bulk of those are heading to jobs, services, in and around the inner parts of Melbourne.
There will be benefits to the western portion. The trucks and the traffic will be freed up from travelling over the Westgate Bridge, so that will be certainly an improvement getting in and out of the dock.
It's thought that it'll benefit freight traffic, but freight traffic actually, the freight industry, it actually preferred the Greensboro link off the Eastern Freeway.
The money should be put into public transport and not wasted on a frivolous infrastructure project, which this government is just proving to be a vote, well, thinks will be a vote catcher.
Mass transit really requires public transport and rail.
We feel the state government hasn't proven that there is a benefit to the whole city.
Transport planners all around the world know that you cannot build your way out of congestion by building more freeways.
I certainly won't be using it. As it is, I come down Mount Alexander Road to Flemington Road. I certainly would be opposed on it on principle in the fact that there's been no consultation.
Find more information on the East-West link by visiting the Linking Melbourne's Authority website. The MP for Public Transport, Terry Mulder, did not reply to our request for an interview on the topic.
It's an incredibly informative story, but what's your opinion?
My opinion? Well, I just learned a lot right then and there, actually. I take a lot of public transport, Scott, so I think that anything that could benefit public transport in the long run with congestion and whatnot, I guess it could be a good thing.
Well, I kind of feel like I do see some benefits of the East-West Link tunnel. However, I feel if you're spending that amount of money, I really feel like that you should be investing in public transport infrastructure as opposed to creating more roads. And that would help reduce some of the congestion. But that's just my thoughts.
I can understand where you're coming from. So, Scott, are you a huge music fan?
Nice segue. I'm not.
Well,
I am.
This
Who doesn't love
story
music?
features an up-and-coming band in Melbourne. Let's check it out.
I'm Luke and I sing and play guitar.
I'm Josh and I play drums.
I'm Jacob and I do backup and play guitar.
And we're Anchors and Alibis.
Anchors and Alibis is a post-hardcore band from the northern suburbs of Melbourne.
Our families were friends, but I didn't know Luke sang. And I saw one of his clips on YouTube once and I was like, hey man, let's start a band.
And Luke's my brother, so I just tagged along. Well, Luke and I have been playing and singing for about 8 years now, and Josh?
And I've been playing drums for 10 years.
Well, the single we released, it's called Alyssa, and it was written for someone who's very special to us, and it's a very meaningful song.
But you'll make it right for you, for yourself and everyone.
We're all influenced by different bands and genres. Mine would be Issues and the 1975.
Mine will probably be Let Live and Blink-182.
I have to say Good Charlotte and Simple Plan.
When writing, we're influenced by things going on in our lives and just experiences we've been through.
Our dream gig would probably be to like headline at Vans Warped Tour in America. You can check us out on Facebook, which is /AnchorsandAlibis1, and you can go on SoundCloud and it's just /AnchorsandAlibis and you can hear our stuff there.
My dream collab would be with Tyler Carter from Issues. That'd be sick.
Mine would probably be Tyler Joseph from 21 Pilots right now.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to do a collab with the Madden Brothers.
Well, this year we plan to finish our EP and release it by next year, and hopefully get some more gigs next year.
For yourself and everyone around you.
Wow, Scott, they're all really talented for such young people.
I know, but
oh my gosh,
such nice guys as well.
I'm really
I wish them
impressed.
well.
The next big thing, absolutely.
Really lovely guys, but hugely talented, like you said.
Well, Scott, would you look at the time? It's time for another break.
So don't go anywhere. Stay in your seats because Mashup will be back right after this. Welcome back to Mashup. On tonight's episode, we've taken a look at kickboxing, filmmaking, and had some controversy as well. But what's up next, you might ask?
Well, I'll tell you what's next.
Please do.
Have you ever wanted to go on a holiday so bad but been
Yes.
too strapped for cash?
Sometimes.
That's us. Well, our next story shows you the hottest places around Melbourne to have the perfect holiday dirt cheap.
Melbourne, a city of wonder and excitement, where Australians and people of any nationality can enjoy an exciting lifestyle and learn about different cultures. Melbourne is rated as the world's most livable city and has some amazing attractions to show for it. The first attraction stands 297 metres high and is the tallest building in the Southern Hemisphere. It is the Eureka Tower. The most exciting attraction the Eureka has to show is the Skydeck. With glass 4.5 centimetres thick, you get to experience the thrill of hovering above the ground. The Skydeck is on the 88th floor, where visitors can enjoy a beverage and get the most amazing view of all the corners in Melbourne. Other Melbourne hotspots include Federation Square and the Crown Casino, where together over 27 million people visit each year. Another fantastic attraction is the Docklands, where you can find yourself relaxing in the wonderful cafes or enjoying your time by the bay. On New Year's Eve, the Docklands are flooded with people to celebrate the festivities and admire the fireworks. One of the more recent attractions at the Docklands is the Melbourne Star Observation Wheel, which sits 120 metres high and shows a full circle of Melbourne. By day, the view is amazing, but there is always a spectacular show by night. Melbourne holds a wonderful culture and lifestyle, so get out and enjoy the brilliance it has to offer.
That's so awesome. Now I can actually have my own little holiday right here in Melbourne.
Yep. Unfortunately, Scott, that's all we've got time for tonight. But remember, if you've missed out, you can catch up with us on YouTube.
And don't forget Facebook and Twitter as well.
But to see us out, we have Max Goes to Hollywood in the studio performing their song Old People.
Good night, Melbourne.
Our ideals and demand respect from us. I'll hear you talk about the way things are and how it used to be. But I fear those condescending eyes you have will never let you see. You're lacking common decency. You're lacking common decency. Maybe you'll talk about the way things were and how it's different now. And I bet you refuse to take on the new because you don't know how. I'll hear you talk about how me and mine are less than you and yours. You think we're lost, you're lost, you're narrow-minded, future's a lost cause. You're lacking common decency. You're lacking common decency. You might be here from long before, but I am new, so you might be common, but you're not decent. You're lacking common decency. You're lacking common decency. You might be here from long before, but I am new, so you might be common, but you're not decent. Maybe you'll talk about the kids today and how they're so f***ed up. And then you'll disrespect our ideals and demand respect from us. I'd bet you would.